I'm going to get straight to it. Like, comment, and subscribe, share if you like the content. Now I'm going to get straight to it. It's not easy, you know, living in your individuality, being who you are, without following the groups. Not saying that, we all just lone rangers as if, you know, we just don't want to belong to anything because we all, yearn to belong to something. It's just that, you know, when it comes down to the norms of society, certain individuals just don't fit into that. And you can be labeled, attacked, talked about. See, I try not to be so deep, I guess, if that makes sense, when I'm making some of these videos speaking about, spirits and demons, and because you have to really understand that that's what it boils down to. This physical world is the fake world, and what they would call the spiritual world is the real world. And see, we don't, a lot of us, when I say we, the ones that was not, aware, everybody used the word woke, but not aware, woke, or whatever you want to use it. I mean, words you want to use to describe it. See, we were all taught in school, to, go to school every day. And the goal is to become all you can be. To me, right there, just saying that limits you to a doctor, a lawyer, this and that, the norms of society, and we all know that a lot of individuals may not even graduate high school, or even if they do, or even go to college, a lot of times they do not even take up the field for which they went to school for. I'm saying that to say this: you have to live in your truth, live in your purpose, even if I'm not fully, they say lead by example. That's true. But I also want, you to learn from my mistakes, for you don't have to go through the same mistakes if you learn from the others that's been there and done that. One thing we all got against us is time. Time don't wait for anybody. If you got opportunities, do it. I'm not saying try to rush and live your life in a rush or anything. You cannot worry about what others think about you as long as you are comfortable with what you do. And again, especially if you're an artist, a writer, or an inventor, things of that sort, or just anyone just having, a certain experience where someone is trying to stop you from accomplishing something or some things. You got to think smarter. You got to try harder. Take it from me, I'm not really where I want to be, but I'm fighting demons, every day. I'm trying to right my wrongs, and I never claim to be perfect, but I work on it. I don't try to judge people from their skin color or this or that. I try to judge them off their character, the way they carry themselves, But for those ones that know that life is beyond just this normal stuff, and you just feel like it's a fake world, you feel like you live in a simulation, What is the movie I'm looking for with Jim Carrey? Um, I just had the name of that movie. When he realized that he was living in a simulation, that he's being watched all the time, everything he did. It's like he was the main character. It's like he escaped the simulation. What is it? I can't think of the movie. I hate when I'm trying to think of what was it? Oh my goodness, I hate when I can't think of but anyway, someone that may run across this video, that you would know the name that I'm talking about. It was like the whole neighborhood was watching him, and he started realizing how everything systematically all went together. Like, You know, it's really deep. But that's how the world is when you're waking up, when you're breaking out of this matrix, when you realize that this is a fake reality. You are constructed to work, to work a job and doing. A lot of people not happy working jobs. Maybe that's why they're trying to come out with AI as well, because AI don't hurt, AI don't cry, AI don't need breaks. People are not happy. A lot of people are not happy at these jobs, even the ones that's making a lot of money, because that should tell you right there that it's more to life. And money is not going to bring you happiness automatically. It may you may have a lot of less stress as far as financial, but it's not going to stop heartbreak. It's not going to stop pain, you know, or early, leaving this planet. Just like you got some people that work out and do all this health things, and they don't even outlive a smoker that's been smoking for 20, 30 years. We don't know how life is, as far as we don't know when the time of the day is. But just know life is bigger than working jobs and getting material things and getting married. And if that's just your aim goal is that American dream, then you are very low vibrational. If you can't think outside this box to know when we all expire from this body, that there is life after death. There is otherworldly beings that you may label angels, demons. We could be hybrids of them. We could be that ourselves. Life is a journey. Life is a mystery that's reveals itself in the final hours. But as you're here having this experience, don't never let anybody label you. See, they try to stop me, anybody, even just for speaking truth or trying to uplift people. They rather for you to tell people to go hurt people or go out and do some things that's not smart. I speak to all, but I speak to those ones that are here to make changes. And the higher ups or the powers that's at B, that at B, or the powers at B, or whoever or whatever you want to label you, just know I speak for those ones. You were born outside the box. You are here to help, enlighten others, and the monster, the machine, fears a lot of free thinkers because your brains are not in chains. See, the physical chains was nothing. It's the chains that you got installed in your brains that keep you bound down to earth, So I hope I didn't get too deep, and I'm not going to drag the video. But this for anybody, like I said, it's for anyone in general, but especially for those writers, painters, content creators, motivational speakers, people that really make impacts in people's lives, hopefully in a positive way. I'm speaking to you because these times, even the streamers or whoever have certain influence, not just the whole influence, just being who you are. You don't have to be a content creator. You don't have to be no big name, no motivational speaker. You could just be who you are as a regular person in life. It don't cost you nothing to smile, hold the door open for somebody, help someone out without expecting anything back. If you see somebody hungry, you don't have to pull out a camera all the time to do a good deed. Just be who you are, So yeah, I'm going to end the video, but yeah, it's about the experience. It's about learning, it's about upgrading. It's about evolving. 111's the God. Ionas 13. Shout out to my underdog immortals. The God that is. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It's a golden rule. I'm out.